The Roni reboot might set a precedent for this franchise. But speaking of this franchise, I'm sure you've seen the news this morning in regards to Garcelle addressing all of the toxic behavior from fans. So over the weekend, I did a story talking about Diana Jenkins, talking about Garcelle, targeting Garcelle multiple times on social media over the weekends about, this misspelling of her name. And then she brought up her miscarriages. So Garcelle basically responded to her in regards to her bringing up the miscarriages. And it's like, that's not what I was saying. See, Garcelle says this in retweeting Reality Blurb's coverage of the story. She says, I would never ridicule another woman over a miscarriage. I have had 3 miscarriages. I don't wish that on anyone ever. Everyone needs to calm down. Okay? So Diana wasn't done. Diana says, Garcelle, there are more text messages and you know that, in response to what Garcelle just said. So it didn't end there, because as I was preparing for this show, I saw that the fans, sidebar, this is why I have to do a separate video on this to talk a little bit more in detail, because I have to do some research. I don't think it is fans. I think it's bots. Bots bought and paid by you know who. Allegedly. So these fans were attacking Jax on Instagram, and he's like, leave me alone. Lisa Rinna posted on her Instagram story this. She says, we are doing a TV show. We try to entertain you. Why can't you treat it like wrestling, for God's sakes? Love us. Love to hate us. But leave the kids alone. What I was just sent about Garcelle's son is disgusting and unacceptable. What I heard happened to Portia, Kyle Richards, is disgusting and unacceptable. What you've said and done to my own kids, disgusting. The threats to Pretty Mess Son, there were threats to Pretty Mess Son? And I'm sure all the other beautiful children. They didn't sign up for this. What are you doing? The kids, all of our kids should be off limits. So stop it. Enough is enough. All right. So she had posted on her Instagram story. Garcelle retweeted that and says, this has to stop. They're just kids. All right. Then she posted another tweet and says, I'm usually a very strong woman. This is Garcelle. I'm usually a very strong woman. I've been raised to be strong. My life has taught me to be strong. But when it comes to my kids, it hurts. It's not okay. I've been in tears all night. It's just a TV show, people. Scream at your TV, throw something at your TV, but leave our kids alone. So Garcelle and Lisa Rinna are not the only ones addressing this harassment of their children. Kyle Richards has taken to her Instagram story and is posting her own message. So Kyle posted this just a few minutes ago. All right, let's just get one thing straight. Picking on children of the housewives is not okay. It's never okay to attack a child. Is your life that actually empty? If it is, seek help. Shame on you. Leave our kids alone. We've covered this before. We covered it when it comes to the recent attacks on Portia, Kyle Richards' kids. Look, we say this all the time here. Yes, we have our opinions, strong opinions about the Real Housewives and other reality stars and pop culture news stars. But one of the things that I always tell you guys, and it's not our community, thankfully, hopefully not. And some of you, not some of you, but some of these fans tag me in their nastiness. Don't tag me in your nastiness. I ain't co-signing that. Don't tag me in that. Exactly. Bunny Chick says it's bots. So it's not necessarily fans. So there is that element as well. It's not necessarily the Bravo universe. However, I do know that the Bravo universe can be very toxic too. We've said this. I continue to say this. There is that sector. There are those holes in the Bravo universe that are very toxic and racist. I said it. But the kids, these young kids that you're attacking, Portia, Kyle Richards' daughter, Garcelle's kids, what's the point? It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and people need to stop. And these other housewives that are using bots to do their dirty work, that needs to stop too. Because I do believe it's an element of real people doing this stupidity, but I also believe that there are bought and paid bots that are doing it as well. Butterfly says, I definitely believe it was bots. Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes the Fox. I know. I mean, there are plenty of people that do Trump for Erica Jane still. There are people that like Madam Diana New Money Jenkins. There are Lisa Rinna fans. Trust and believe. Which is okay. As we always say here, everyone has a right to like who they like, hate who they want to hate, as long as you're not derogatory or threatening people or their children. That's fine. But I have to say this, it says more about you and what's going on with you than it does about the people that are talking about these things or are on these shows. Get help. Therapy's great. Everyone needs therapy.